Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about invertebrates. What are invertebrates? Invertebrates are the creatures which does not possesses any vertebral column. Vertebral column is nothing but our backbone. Here there are several creatures on the screen. These are uh, sponges. Sponges belongs to phylum Porifera. This is flatworm. This one is the roundworm. These are jellyfishes. This one is the prawn. This one is the starfish. Along with these creatures, there are some other creatures like earthworms, leeches, and molluscans. These are all also invertebrates. The main character of invertebrates are they do not possess any vertebral column. If you see the history of these invertebrates, actually invertebrates are the animals. First of all, what is the animal? According to the Latin word, animal is derived from the anima. What is anima? Anima means air, breathe, or soul. This is about anima. Famous Greek philosopher, father of zoology and father of biology, Aristotle, first classified the animals in his book Historia Animalium. He called his classification as ladder of life. Why he called this classification as ladder of life? Ladder has several steps. Like that, classification also several steps. Also have some several steps. That means it has some hierarchy. Hierarchy means lower to higher or higher to lower, like that. For suppose there are some low grade creatures. Above that there are some developed creatures. And above that there are some middle creatures. There are some above grade creatures. And there are some top grade creatures, like that. These are all the creatures arranged in the manner of hierarchy. That means lower to higher. That's why this classification was called as ladder of life by the Aristotle. According to the classification of Aristotle, all the animals are grouped under two groups, classified under two groups. They are Anaima, or Enaima, Enaime, Enaima. These are all vertebrates. What is the actual meaning of Enaima? Naima means red color blood. Enaima, the animals which possesses red color blood are called vertebrates. They grouped under Enaima. And next one, Anaima. A means absent, Naima means red color blood. So the animals which does not possesses or without red color blood grouped under Anaima. Anaima which includes invertebrates. Already we discussed about the invertebrates. Invertebrates are the creatures which does not possess any vertebral column. If you see this is the structure of human body from the back side. This one is the vertebral column. Within this vertebral column, there is the spinal cord, which is the continuous part of the brain. Here there is the brain. It can be followed as the spinal cord. The spinal cord is protected with the vertebral column. This is the vertebral column. So this vertebral column is very important in our higher grade animals like vertebrates, but it is absent in invertebrates. So the animals which lack backbone or vertebral column are referred to as invertebrates. This is the first point. This is the first feature. And the second feature, solid ventral nerve cord. Actually, our spinal cord lies our backside within the vertebral column. That means backside means dorsal side. But here in the invertebrates, it lies on the front side. Front side means ventral side. Our front side is the our ventral side. Here the animals also has the front side, that is called as the ventral side. And also it is a solid in nature. Why it is solid in nature? Our spinal cord is hollow in nature. Hollow means it has some canal-like structure. So it appears like a rod. Sorry, it appears like a tube. But in the invertebrates, it does not possess any canal. So the nerve cord does not possess any canal. It is the solid ventral nerve cord. Solid means it does not possess any nerve cord, any canal. This is the second point. Third point, alimentary canal lies dorsal to the nerve cord. Actually, this is our spinal cord. That means backbone. Within the backbone, in the center of the backbone, there is a spinal cord. Beneath the spinal cord, there is the gut or alimentary canal. That means our alimentary canal, that means our vertebrate alimentary canal, lies ventral to the spinal cord or nerve cord. But here, this alimentary canal lies dorsal to the nerve cord. This is the third point. And the fourth point is coelom. What is coelom? Coelom is nothing but the body cavity. Coelom is the cavity lies between the body wall and alimentary canal. That is the actual definition. We will discuss this coelom in the next session. But here there are so many types of coeloms: acoelom, pseudocoelom, true coelom. All types of coeloms are present in invertebrates. So that's why the coelom is acoelom, pseudocoelom, and true coelom. And next one is symmetry. What is symmetry means? Symmetry is nothing but the arrangement of body parts in the body, or arrangement of organs or organ systems in the body. If you see in our body, there are a pair of eyes. These eyes lies on both sides. A pair of nostrils. These nostrils lies on both sides. A pair of lungs. A pair of kidneys. This system is called as bilateral system. And some of the animals does not possess any symmetry. That's why they can be called as asymmetry. Some shows radial symmetry. All these symmetries we will discuss in the next session. And next one is circulatory system. Invertebrates possesses both open and closed type of circulatory systems. First of all, we have to know what is closed type of circulation. When the blood flows in the blood vessels, it can be called as the closed type of circulation. That means closed type of circulation consists of heart, blood vessels, and blood. When the blood vessels, that means arteries and veins, are present, the blood flows in the blood vessels. That can be called as the closed type of circulation. When you see the comparatively open type of circulatory system, there are no blood vessels. That's why the blood flows in the open spaces, large open spaces. These spaces are called as sinus. So when the blood flows in the open spaces, this can be called as the open type of circulatory system. These two types of circulatory systems are present in invertebrates. Next very important thing is reproduction. These invertebrates performs all kind of reproductive methods. What is all kind of reproductive methods? That means reproduction is mainly two types. They are asexual and sexual. Again, the asexual has different methods: fission, budding, fragmentation, sporulation. So these are all the different kinds of asexual reproductions. All these asexual reproductive methods are observable in these invertebrates. Along with asexual methods, there are several sexual methods also: conjugation, normal sexual reproduction, and plasmotomy. These are all the other sexual reproductive methods. These are also observable in these invertebrates. And the last one, in our animal kingdom, 95% of the animals are the invertebrates. Only 5% of the animals are the other creatures. Here you see this in this slide, sponges. Sponges are the creatures which belongs to Porifera. These are all the jellyfishes. Next phylum, Coelenterata, flatworm, snail. This is molluscan. This one also molluscan. Molluscan means animals having soft body within the cell or without the cell. This one is a starfish. This one is a shrimp. This one is a spider. These are all the invertebrates. Some of the examples of invertebrates. And invertebrates are mainly two types. Mainly two types. They are lower invertebrates and higher invertebrates. There is very simple. Lower invertebrates means they have simple body organization. That means there are no organ systems and there are no complicated structures like circulatory system, nervous system, excretory system, respiratory system. These are all absent in these creatures. When compared with higher invertebrates, these are very small in size. Small in size. These are the 2 points. Lower invertebrates are small in size and their body organization are very simple. Protozoa, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Nematyhelminthes, these are all the lower creatures, lower invertebrates. That means Protozoa to Nematyhelminthes, these phylums, these five phylums of animals are lower invertebrates. And higher invertebrates, these are larger in size and they have complex body organization. What is complex body organization means? They have organs, organ systems and complex structures. Example, Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda, Echinodermata. These are all the phylums which have complex body structure. So this is about our lower grade and higher grade creatures. And next one, if you see this classification of invertebrates, there are 27 phylums in this classification, 27 phyla. Among these 27, 10 are major phyla, remaining 17 are minor phyla. What is the difference between major and minor phyla? Phyla means a group of animals. When the phylum have more number of species which are distributed all over the world, that phylum is called as the major phylum. That means the phylum which consists of more number of species and distributed all over the world. So these phylum group members are very high. That's why they can be called as major phyla. And then minor phyla, they have very less number of species and restricted to some regions of the world. That means they can find only some parts of the earth. Okay, only in the some part of the earth. Also they have very less number. That's why they can be called as the minor phyla. There are 10 major phyla here. First of all, there are 10 major phyla. The first one is, you have to by heart these phyla. The first one is phylum 1 Protozoa, phylum 2 Porifera, phylum 3 Coelenterata, phylum 4 Platyhelminthes, phylum 5 Nematyhelminthes, phylum 6 Annelida, phylum 7 Arthropoda, phylum 8 Mollusca, phylum 9 Echinodermata, phylum 10 Hemichordata. Hemichordata means half chordata. Actually, invertebrates are also called as non-chordates. What is chordates? What are chordates? What are non-chordates? Chordates means animals which possesses a notochord. Notochord means a rod-like structure which is present on the back side. In chordates, only it is present at any stage of their life, but it is absent in all other creatures. So the creatures which does not possesses notochord are called as non-chordates. Hemichordate also a kind of non-chordate. Non-chordates. So this is about the classification. That means major phyla. If you see in this picture, there are several invertebrates. There are um, porifera, sponges, and Nidaria. Nidaria means Coelenterata. And this jellyfish. This one is the Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes means flatworms. And another phylum is missed here. That is nothing but Nematihelminthes, are also called as Nematoda. Nematihelminthes. And Annelida means earthworms and leeches. These are all included in this phylum. Arthropoda, this is the largest phylum. Mollusca, second largest phylum. Last one is the Echinodermata. These are all the some of the examples. Here the mollusca, there is the some of loligo or some creature is here. This one is a starfish in Echinodermata. And these are all arthropods, crustaceans, arachnids, spiders. Spider is nothing but arachnid. Insects, these are all the myriapods. Myriapods means animals which possess more number of legs. So this is about the invertebrates, major phyla, some of the examples. And now this is the minor phyla. There are 17 minor phylums.